Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, hi. Oh, I'm excited to finally go into so long, Adele. Home away from home. I'm so happy that I already got Flyer. Now I just need Aya. And then it's all good in the world. So without further ado, let's go in, since it'll be a longish event. A holiday at the hot springs. As one do. Hello? Down by the station. New siesta, new vacation. Man, I want to have a vacation again. Darkness. Nowadays, most independent city-states have been swallowed up by larger powers or on the brink of extinction, but Siesta is a unique example, a relic of the past embedded in the long southern coastline. It serves as an excellent case study in modern city-states. Terra, a journey. Whoops, got it wrong again. Alright, this time from the top. 1, 2, 3. 5,761. 5,762. Also, didn't a few end up in Lithuanian? Well, whatever. Let them have their fun. It's about time those tall, ancient goatee-shaped buildings got shaken up a bit, along with those people whose expressions are as crusty as their music. Time is precious, or at least it is for them. If they can't concoct something new and exciting within the very limited time they have, then I'm going to be stuck here enduring years of stagnation and emptiness, damn it. Times like these make me miss the days when I was getting chased around by those long-haired, sharp-fanged folk. But now, they seem to have invented a new game to play in Syracuse. They don't feel like playing with me anymore. I should also find something fun to do. The world is always full of twists and turns, and to exist means to change. Yet why do so many people find themselves in trouble because of these all too commonplace occurrences? Just like building a house, it'll always go higher today than it was yesterday. Yet despite that, there are always people who want to go backwards and tear down the old parts. Seriously, spare me already. If only these fragile and brief lives could last a bit longer. They would have the same wealth of wisdom as I. They would understand existence, or at least the purpose of existing. I suppose only a few might be able to comprehend this truth. Just like that song. How did it go again? The tune went something like, la la la. Damn, forgot again. Hello? You again? I've seen your face more than once recently. The volcano's about to blow, so turn yourself around and don't go any farther. How many times did I tell you? There's nothing good about those black rocks over there, so why? Ugh, forget it. Why can't they hear me until I get right up in their face? Isn't that a pain? Well, best not get too caught up in their lives anyway. Hope luck's on his side. How many pulls did I do? Good question. I forget how many pulls it took for Swire. Now, where was I of my counting? Oh no, forgetting that many steps of counting, uh-oh. In the thousands for the counting. Set out at 17 and search for a home, still wandering today. Show the foul beast the way, ask the adventurer for aid. Trade treasures with a caravan, only to be left behind halfway. I'll remember everyone I met and give them a special name. So no need to send me letters, no need for that I say. Unless you find yourself like me, on some desolate road astray. Ooh. Yo, I want that cotton candy. I haven't had cotton candy in so long.
Not bad. That was a pretty popular tune 20 years ago.
Thanks for the compliment. I hope this old-fashioned song didn't hurt your business.
Haha. The joke's not one bit funny. Take a look around us, not a single tourist to be seen. The volcano drove away the siestans, and the sun drove away the noisy tourists. all that's left is a leisure summer I haven't experienced in years, and a carefree happiness that's about to go bottoms up.
I assume you missed when siesta was packed with tourists just a few years ago?
Who gets hung up on cash? What I miss is when people still had an artistic appreciation for rock and roll.
Who gets hung up on cash, sir? I wish I could say something like that. I do.
What people had back then was time and money, so they could sit down and talk about music and art in the abstract, their heads full of imagination for a fanciful future.
It's just like they say, if you want to do art, you've got to fill your stomach first.
The golden age of rock and roll is past. Too many youngsters these days think the spirit of rock and roll is restless beats and electronic reverb. The louder the better. But they forget the very beginning, when the longing for a kind of beauty that existed only in fantasy was part of the heart of rock and roll. Just like what you were playing before, I really dig those clean, elegant chords.
It sounds like you know a lot about music. Do you play any instruments?
Bass and accordion.
What a combo, bass and accordion. Very trendy.
Play me another song, young lady. That last drink of yours is on me.
Thanks for the generosity. Now, I hope you don't mind if I charge a little extra for this next song. How does a story sound?
Ha! The old way of driving a bargain, huh? Young lady, where do you come from and what should I call you?
Bayard, from Colombia.
A Colombian, huh? I thought every Colombian was like a sand beast digging around in the wasteland, pouring all his time and effort into that place, just like my parents were.
I'm also a pioneer, just a pioneer of the spirit. I want to see for myself what the Colombians of old saw when they came to this coast, and why they decided to settle here.
Then you're probably too late. That part of the coast has been abandoned at the foot of the volcano.
Wow! You know, I like that. Swear becoming a 6-star because she paid for it. Of course.
What difference is there between this city built on nomadic plate and a place like Columbia, Victoria? What can we do about it? What the land gives, the land can also take away.
Which is why I love to hear about the stories here, and get a glimpse into the past.
Alright, then let me tell you the story of how these stubborn people tried to move their volcanic hot springs and seaside fashion streets to their new home, even after leaving the coastline.
Ugh, how did all this stuff I set up just fall over again?
Not sure if it's heat stroke or what, but the last couple of days, I've been seeing some strange shadows circling around my eyes. Hey young man, put all that work aside and come for a drink. Don't you hear the sun telling us it's a great day to kick back and relax? Oh wait a sec, I think I recognize you. You're the young boss in that newly opened trading company, aren't you? I bet you're planning to demolish this street, huh?
Sir, this is just urban planning. We'll work hard to get everyone's consent, and we'll try our best to minimize the impact on your lives. Wow, look at him go. Does he still also hang out with Penguin Logistics? He looks like he's having fun here. I was gonna say look at him on vacation, but no, he's working. Bison's doing some scouting. I'm sure we can smooth over any conflicts that might arise.
What is there to smooth over? If Herman wants to start a new business, he'll have to take apart our homes. If I was a few decades younger, I'd think about throwing a brick through his window. But the years really take a toll on you, and I don't have any energy anymore. So whatever, do what you must.
I like that pink building. Swire seriously looks fancy. Excuse me? Commissioner Swire? Snowscent? You don't need to call me out here. Besides, my appointment as a commissioner hasn't been announced yet. Why does it feel like the people around me are more anxious about it than I am? Sorry, I've never been on a vacation like this before. Can I really buy so many things at a discount with this coupon? I was just picking up a year's supply of laundry detergent at the supermarket downstairs when I drew this. How is it possible? There's no such thing as a free lunch, right? Wait, I heard there were some scams out there disguised as coupons just like these. It's probably Siesta's new marketing strategy, no? After leaving behind the old natural environment, the place needs some new ways of attracting tourists. Mountain Dash Logistics has formed a public-private partnership with Siesta, and they're also the ones who've issued the coupons you've got there. Oh, and the company belongs to that Bison guy. I think you already know him. I need to see more of the new Siesta to judge it. To me, it looks normal. If you find any false or misleading info in the coupons, the LGD will be knocking on his door. Right now, the two of us are elegant foreign tourists who just got back from a luxury mall shopping spree and are sorting through their spoils. Snowcent, can you hand me the perfume I just bought, and also a smaller screwdriver? Yes, ma'am. Right away. Eh? What are you doing, Miss Swire? Please keep your eyes on the road when you're driving. She's driving while doing this? Oh, that is scary. A citrus-toned perfume should perfectly complement the sunset here. Say, the perfume you were staring at before is in that pink bag right there. Why don't you open it up and give it a smell? I think the floral tones would suit you perfectly. What? No way. That's too expensive. How could I ever? Don't stand in ceremony. It's not easy to find a good traveling companion, and there might be some things I need your help with later on. Mind passing me the trumpet screwdriver again? Heh, you sure did a good job keeping it hidden. What's that? A tracker with wiretapping capabilities. A previous generation product that the LGD phased out. Eh? Didn't we come here to go on vacation? Why? What are we going to do now? Don't you worry. This kind of stuff is easier than finding matching eyeshadow for me. So, what do you think, Snowcent? Do you like the perfume? Yes, it smells great. Then we're all set. Swire turns around, picks up her terminal, and enters a string of codes. The tracker that has just been disassembled starts flashing in vain in the palm of its intended target. After 3 busy signals, the person on the other side takes the call. Oh gosh, she really was doing this while driving. Oof. Well, Swire looks so fancy. Like, Chen looks like she was on a normal vacation, but Swire, she wants to... She really did go to all the luxury places. Hello? Yes, I've already arrived in Siesta. Found some trash in the car, though. Looks like they're really taking us seriously. No need to worry yourself over this. If anything, why don't you check if there aren't any surprises on your end? By the way, since we're drawing this much attention to us, we might need to meet up in advance. Phew, looks like I'm getting pretty good at picking out gifts. I'm sure they'll really enjoy this one too. Huh? Snowcent, we're getting out of the car. If someone sends us a gift, of course we have to return the favor. See the truck stopped on the red light? Soon, the tracker's going to be following it all around Siesta. We still have a good chunk of morning to enjoy the sunshine and Siesta before they realize something's wrong. Huh? How can you be so calm even though we're being tailed? Do we need to completely change our appearance? Get a head-to-toe makeover? Stick to large crowds? I don't think we need to let any of these minor inconveniences get in the way of our vacation. After all, it's not every day we come to Siesta, and enjoying our trip takes top priority. Actually, when I was studying in Colombia, I always wanted to see Siesta but never had the time or money. I heard that when Siesta relocated, they used a special method to bring the volcano along with them, but that sounds kind of scary. Is the engineering technology here so advanced that they can build their own artificial mini volcanoes? I assume bringing the volcano with them is just a poetic expression. See? Look over there. Hoshiguma would have to come back to Siesta if she gets her own summer herself. Heck, if she entered that same competition that Chen was in, I bet she'd win. In the midst of the low-rise buildings, taller buildings of various heights vaguely form the shape of a volcano. People driving along the road somewhat resemble climbers at the foot of the mountain gazing up at the summit. There really is a volcano in the middle of the city. Skyscrapers stand high in the steam from hot springs all over the city. It feels just like a real volcano. It goes without saying that you can't just pick up a volcano. But when New Siesta was being built, the buildings in the city center were designed to resemble a volcano. You can say it's a way of paying homage to the past. No matter where you go, people always get hung up on this kind of stuff. The city's past carries on its new home, in another form. I wanna go to the hot springs. Let me see. The place where I'm supposed to meet that city hall guy should be right over here. Give me a minute. The scenery here kind of reminds me of a combination of two different places, which I kind of want to say because I feel like I doxed myself by saying one of them. Will someone be coming to pick us up? We're not going to have to walk there ourselves. I even brought 2 extra buns and ate them this morning to make sure I would have the energy.
Phew. Finally managed to finish unloading the delivery. I might be able to make it in time for my afternoon shift at the post office. After that, I should still have time to pick up the 2 passengers in front of the city. Then I need to remember to fix up the lights in Rachel's grocery store tonight. Hopefully that'll be enough to pay off my bills in cash this time.
I love this guy's outfit, especially the belts around his shorts.
I don't have much time left. Need to hurry up.
I have a shirt kind of like that guy. That blue shirt. Except mine has Pokemon on it. Well, you sure seem to be in a hurry. Miss Dwyer, what are you looking at?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't watching where I was going. You're not hurt, are you?
Owie. Oh, I think I'm fine.
Oh, right. That's the guy. Huh?
That's a driver from City Hall.
I beg your pardon. If you're joking around, please don't. I have a ton of work to do and I don't have time for that.
Not a word. Hands over a wad of cash.
Yes, I am.
See? I told you someone would be coming to get us. I think this is a delivery truck for transporting goods.
When I was in Dosalis last time, I was riding around in a heavy boat on land. Just go with the flow. No, screw that. I need to get to my next job, so please.
Hands over another wad of cash. This is your deposit. I booked your afternoon as well as your vehicle. Now I'll have you take us around.
By all means, welcome aboard.
How much money does she give him? He's still willing to miss his other jobs like, nope. That's enough money to pay off my bills. Thank you, ma'am. After several failed attempts to ignite the truck, the man slaps its dashboard vigorously and fiddles with the blinking buttons. Miss Dwyer, this vehicle seems to have been modified aftermarket and is well beyond its normal service life. I really don't know if we can trust this guy.
What are you talking about? I'm no worse at souping up cars than any repair shop, and I do it at a fraction of the cost. By the way, my name's Ennis.
Alright, Ennis. Now it's time for you to prove your skills. Hurry up and start the truck. The old pickup truck resembles an aged burden beast. Its original color faded beyond recognition. After a few heavy gasps, its engine finally sputters to life, carrying the three young people into the distance. Oh man, this old pickup truck kind of sounds like my parents' truck. It's super duper old and stuff. It was kind of scary coming home today because Dad was driving the truck, the old truck that they want to keep forever.
Hello, I'm here. No sign of her. The big investor from Lungman.
I want this guy's glasses. That's so pretty. His glasses are so nice looking.
Yes, I know she's a very important guest. I'll keep waiting. I hate my job.
Mood! Yo, this guy is such a mood. Mr. Tired Government Employee. Big oof. Adele? Did you know that the delicate little lines in these rocks contain traces of the Earth's respiration across tens of thousands of years? The continent is not rigid or unchanging. She moves, thinks, and even has emotions. At all times. Beneath her tough skin, she also has a burning hot heart. We barely know anything about ourselves, and even less about the very land that has nurtured us. But we do have ways of interpreting the language of the Earth, to know our land, to communicate with her. As long as you listen carefully, she will reveal to you the wisdom hidden away from human eyes, as well as the secrets about ourselves. What do you think? Isn't that a magical, wonderful thing? Adele, don't you want to get to know her better? Cute. A protective suit used for volcanic expeditions is quietly displayed in an exhibition hall. Every crease clearly visible beneath the light. It is adorned by cracks and scorch marks, an observable testimony to its past. It appears rather old, its outline roughly tracing the figure of its owner. It is a figure very familiar to the girl. How many times has she rushed home to gently knock on the door late in the night without having time to change out of her sooty clothes? Adele, I'm home. I still remember the time when me, Katya, and Magna climbed the red volcano. It should have been safe, but a piece of the lava flowing across the ground suddenly splashed out through Magna's sleeve and almost leaving a permanent scar on her arm. We were all terribly frightened. Katya was up in arms after that, committed to improving the quality of the volcano expedition team's protective gear. But Magna happily treated the whole thing as a story of her good luck and went around telling the others. She was always so optimistic, stopping at nothing to achieve the goals that she set. She was so brave, it was almost scary. But she'd always make it happen, and it lulled us into thinking that luck would always be on our side. Up until that accident. Adele does not speak. She extends her hand carefully. The moment her fingertips make contact with the display case's glass, she quickly pulls her hand back as if she had been burned. The clothes that were supposed to represent her memories are now hanging in the exhibition hall, a thick and heavy layer of transparent glass separating them from the hands that wish to touch them. Adele, a long time no see. Yes, it's been a while, Professor Keller. I like the professor's scarf. That is a nice scarf. I never knew they left anything like this behind. After the Mount Una accident, I found this suit in the warehouse of my research lab at William University in Lithuanian. I was going to send it to you along with the rest of their belongings, but a bit of selfishness kicked in. I wanted to preserve something in their memory. I should have consulted you beforehand. If you don't want to hear, you're more than welcome to take it with you. You were my parents' best friend. You worked together for so many years. This suit is part of your shared memories. It makes sense to leave this here, as an exhibit. Those who have left us aren't coming back. Preserving their memories so that others may learn what they have accomplished might be the last thing we can do for them. Adele looks over at the older scholar before her, showing no emotion on her dainty features, as if the topic of their conversation was becoming far, far away from her. The life story of the suit's owner is written on a plaque in the corner of the exhibit glass. The solemn code words recount a tale all too familiar, and the numbers written front and center seem almost surreal. Katya Nauman, 1051 to 1095. Magna Nauman, 1053 to 1095. The light overhead blazes, making it somewhat hot, just like how the heat of lava passes through a protective insulation layer and transfers to the skin. The reflection of the glass pierces her eyes, and she feels a spell of dizziness. Adele? I'm fine. I haven't heard from you since Muti and Vati passed away. Are you no longer involved in volcano research? Magna and Katya and I spent more than a decade on those volcanoes, but I'm not as strong as them. I have no choice but to stop. This museum is probably the last thing I can do in the name of volcanic research. I think I remember you were Siestan. Yeah, last year. Herman invited me back to Siesta to build this museum. For us Siestans, the volcano was always more than just a disaster that forced us to leave our homes. It's also a memory of the past. The volcano and the city have always been closely connected. Yeah, I guess so. It is not just the objective environment that can bring people together, but memories as well. That's from the preface of the university's general curriculum textbook, Geology and the History of City-States. I see this as an opportunity. I hope this museum can become a place that not only carries the hopes of Siesta, but also showcases the accomplishments of many volcanologists. While I was researching Mount Siesta, I happened upon a recommendation report you wrote 2 years ago, perhaps a stroke of fate. And now Mount Siesta is about to erupt, so I'd like to invite you to complete this observation with me, as well as finish setting up the museum. When the museum was first established, I collected a lot of information related to volcanic geology, and need someone to help me compile all of it into a book. It would be my pleasure, Professor Keller. As soon as you get away from the heart of the city, the whole place seems completely different. I see so many shops closing down left and right. Seems like business isn't too hot these days.
It didn't occur to any of us before we moved to the nomadic city. We thought the newly built hot springs and skyline swimming pools would attract a lot of tourists. Last summer, a whole bunch of people excitedly opened shops all over, but they closed down within months.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. Going to a new business thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna be the spot for me to go so often, and then it closes down after a few months. Oh, the pain. And it makes me so sad. I'm like, was I really the only one that liked it here? Cries. I knew it. An economy heavily dominated by tourism is highly susceptible to changes in the external environment. Miss Dwyer, is there something wrong with this meter? The number up there. What currency is that in? Colombian gold certificates or Victorian pounds? It's making my head spin.
Young man, 10 gold certificates would cover the distance we just traveled back in Colombia, by all reason, and the rates should be even lower here in Siesta. We've barely just left and it's already up to 12, an extra 5 now? What?
I told you before that I'll compensate you, but if you try to pull a fast one on us, I swear I'll...
What are you doing with that lipstick? I'm not... What the hell is that? Okay, sorry, my bad. Alright, how about with the meter? It's supposed to charge an extra half cent per mile. I mean, half a cent per mile.
What? You scoundrel! Half a gold certificate could have bought me 2 bags of cookies in the store back there! Oh, Snow Scent, I feel for you.
Come on now, you two. I skipped work to drive you ladies around. It's only fair you give me a little bonus, isn't it?
Swire turns around and takes a look in the rearview mirror. A low-key black vehicle is following behind at a distance of roughly 3 or 4 cars' lengths. How'd they catch up so quickly? Young man, I will pay you back handsomely, but you've got to listen to me. Drive a bit faster, lose that car behind us, head somewhere crowded, the busier the better.
Who exactly are you two? I'm just trying to do a little side hustle here. I don't want any trouble.
Well, I have no idea what this is about either. We're just a couple of tourists visiting Siesta, and haven't the foggiest idea why these shady people have been after us ever since we arrived. Maybe they're after our wallet. But we don't know our way around this place, and it's awfully frightening. Miss Dwyer, you were threatening this gentleman with violence just a moment ago.
Siesta's tourism industry is already in shambles as it is. Why would anyone be doing stuff like this? Let me assure the two of you, at its heart, Siesta is still a tourist city with simple folk customs and beautiful scenery. Please don't go around spreading a negative impression of our city after you get home.
Naturally. That all depends on if we can get the kind-hearted people of Siesta to help us.
Right, sure. If it's for a good and just cause, I'll do everything in my power to help. Don't you worry. Not even Colombia's greatest race car driver could catch me on the road. These roads I use for deliveries every day. Buckle up, you two. I'm gonna step on the gas.
We will believe in his driving skills. City Hall staffer.
Mr. Mayor, the Colombian representative just sent another message and hopes to have another meeting with you in the near future.
Ooh la la, and thank you for the good luck. Oh, I hope I can get her. Hope I can without trouble.
Decline for me. They said that Siesta is normally a part of Colombia, and therefore Congress has a right to the city's latest developments. Tell them to can it. We had a clear agreement when Siesta relocated. Siesta would retain the status quo with Colombia. They have no right to intervene in our internal affairs, nor do I have to report a thing to them regarding Siesta's plans. Very well, I'll forward on. And yet, you have time for a coffee with me despite your busy schedule. I'm honored. I'd like to set aside some time for quiet contemplation, but no matter how busy my no matter how busy my schedule is.
Look at these two business dads meeting up.
On the other hand, I think you wouldn't have much leisure time to spare, Uriel. The executive manager of the collaboration between Mountain Dash Logistics and Siesta is my son. Nominally, even I have no right to interfere with his decisions. In other words, there's nothing for you to worry about. Just treat him as you would any other business partner. That goes without saying. As things are now, Herman, do you regret taking this path? Across Siesta's history, both Victoria and Colombia have been interested in annexing us. Had we chosen to fall into the hands of either side, we would have achieved far greater stability and prosperity than today, but this would not be the same Siesta. You should be proud of what you built, Mr. Mayor. Look, New Siesta is more than 100 miles from its previous location. If you stand here and look east, you can just barely make out the peak of that volcano. If there was a map that could encapsulate the entire land, a line covering 100 miles wouldn't even be a finger's width of that. But it is nevertheless possible and promising for us to connect with the various countries and city-states scattered across the land. The future proposed by Mountain Dash Logistics makes me want to believe in that. However, we all know full well that this will be a long and difficult road, starting with this present hardship that Siesta must overcome. In previous summers, Siesta's streets were crowded with tourists from all over the land, and the sound of concerts could be heard from every corner. Mr. Euro, do you know the original meaning of the name Siesta? It's Iberian for afternoon nap. At the time, the Colombians wanted to develop in tandem with Iberia. Though the process was not to their satisfaction, they still ended up settling here. That's right. The pioneers arrived deep in the south and wanted to establish their first home here. Back then, the workers would get up before dawn to start working, and would take a long break around lunchtime when the sun was at its strongest, until evening arrived, when people would emerge from their rooms again, drinking coffee to the sea breeze, and preparing for the nightlife. I trust that the city, too, is only taking a brief nap. When it next wakes up, it will surely usher in the most beautiful sunset.
I wish I could nap in the afternoon and then work afterwards. That would be great. Especially with some coffee. Delicious. Miss Flyer, do we still need to take this detour? The number in the meter is already enough for a new truck.
How have we not managed to shake them yet? Ennis, can you go any faster? At this point, I guess I can't say no. Who could say no to a chance to race, to do something heroic, and then beat back the villains? Check this out!
Wee! Wah! Please slow down a little. No, this seems fun. Wee! What was that sound? What was that sound? The vehicle that was telling them before has disappeared. The delivery truck starts coughing up black smoke and skids to a halt along the side of the road. Ennis pumps the brakes as hard as as hard as he clutches the steering wheel, wiping the sweat off his brow. Swire pulls Snowcent through the car door and hops out, fearing that the vehicle might explode at any moment. Fortunately, the worst doesn't come to pass, and the truck finally falls silent after a few frightening whimpers.
My baby! I spent 2 weeks' pay fixing her up last month, and now she's broken down again.
Young man, how do you have the nerve to take this thing on the road when you can lose control just stepping on the gas?
Hey, you're the one who asked me to shake them. I would never drive that fast.
Mr. Ennis, your face is bleeding.
I must have hit my nose on the steering wheel just now.
Oh, he really does have a nosebleed. I'll go find some tissue for you. Both sides of the street are lined with Siesta's old-fashioned beachside shops. The over-the-top, extravagantly colored parasols and gravel-streaked surfboards seem like they were plucked right out of space and time from the beaches of the past, preserved as specimens, and dragged and dropped into a brand new nomadic city. You said this was supposed to be the hottest spot in all of Siesta?
Did we get rid of those bad guys?
Shook them off a long time ago. My young hero of justice. Come on, let's find a place to sit, and we'll talk about your truck. There should be a restaurant nearby, right? Huh? Why is there no storefront?
A long time no see, Miss Wire. I heard you ride in Siesta, but the man in charge of your reception wasn't able to find you.
Huh? Did you really need to rush out here to meet me in person, Bison? Or is this your way of showing me your courtesy as a landlord?
Let's skip the formalities, Swire. Would you give me a moment of your time? I'd like to speak with you.
What you wanna say, Bison? Tutorial? Uh-oh, what am I gonna have to do now? Ooh, it's a fancy pool. Black. What a name for a tutorial. Black. I kinda wanna go to a fancy pool like this someday. Look at that sheepy with the cone on its head. scary? Doctor, we've dealt with those troublesome creatures. However, they seem to leave clouds of carmine steam when they disappear. Oh no, they're stinky sheep. Operators in contact with carmine steam will suffer both arcs and burn damage. They will also take significantly increased damage if they stay in contact with those clouds. Oh no. Stinky, spicy sheep. These sheep are scary.
Conversely, these troublesome creatures will take significantly reduced damage while in contact with these carmine steam clouds.
These creatures like to play around in the clouds, and they'll be tricky to deal with. Don't be fooled by their outward appearance, and take care to avoid the carmine steam. No! Stop being sus. Let me help you out, Professor. This is one of Siesta's decorative geysers. Operators standing around one will be affected by the carmine steam. When I attack ground units while standing next to a decorative geyser, pure white steam will appear on the tiles they're on. These mischievous creatures will take significantly increased damage while in the pure white steam, while our allied operators will take significantly reduced damage. Well, that's good to know. Those creatures ran off to the other side and I can't reach them anymore.
Try out the Siestan fashion streets specialty drink, steam soda bottle. Smashing these bottles will produce pure white steam clouds.
Okay, I guess I'll smash some bottles.
Steam soda bottles can be deployed anywhere in the map. We can use them to fill the area with pure white steam.
Okay, I guess I will.
We have a lot of bottles in stock, as many as you need. The redeployment of the steam bottles will also be reduced when more pure white steam is present on the field.
There are more of those troublesome creatures headed our way, Professor. Let's stop them together.
Well, no fear. I will stop them. Yes, indeed.
Might as well put him here and then over here. Yeah, this seems good.
No fear.
Oh, they're kind of tanky. I kind of don't like that.
More steam.
Sheepies, can you just like stop?
Even more steam. Bring on the steam.
Okay, got him. Operation complete. Woohoo! Now let's see. SL-1. Do your ears hang low? Do my ears hang low? No, they don't. Methinks? And I'll just go with what I have, so then that way I can farm easier later on. Hoo hoo hoo. In response to increasing volcanic activity since 1097, Mayor Herman Doikos initiated the Siesta Free State Relocation Project. By early 1099, more than 90% of Siestans are expected to leave the volcanoes and beaches for a new life in a nomadic city. Just to make it clear, girl, you only paid enough to get you to the next hub. You have to find your own way from there. Oh, it's the girl that I summoned a few times.
It be her. It be she. Hoo hoo hoo. Let's see.
I will.
You say that, but have you any idea how dangerous the Barrens are? It's no place for a kid like you. Why are you going to Siesta anyway? Chasing your favorite band?
Work.
Going from Colombia to Siesta to look for work. You must have been living under a rock for the last 70 years. There was a time when people flocked there to make their fortune. They say you could bend down and pick up some obsidian anywhere in the volcano. But Colombia is where opportunities are these days.
I entered at a construction company before I graduated. There was a serious accident just as my internship was about to end. and the company blamed it on me. Oh, that sucks. That's like my fear as an intern. As intern-kun right now. Imagine, like right before the internship's about to end, something happens and it's like, whoops, now I don't get all my credits, basically. Oh, sadness. Cries. Oh, that's cute. That's a nice present. A little sheep. Yeah, that's adorable. With that on my record, the only job I could find was some tiny demolition operation, where I got a repathy from the way they misused Originium bomb. I wanted to stay in the city, but got scammed out of my last savings, paying for medical insurance. She has the worst luck. Holy cow, ma'am.
Well, that's tough luck.
Don't let a repathy stop you from being a pillar of the nation. Join the Frontier Pioneers. The Pioneers provide an opportunity for every child of Columbia to have a better future. I thought it was time for a change. My grandfather told me Siesta is a beautiful place.
I hope you find better luck there.
I think I will. I've lost my way. I've lost the path. Static overcomes the easy tune that was playing on the car radio. The truck slows to a halt on the Barrens, as though all life was sucked out of it.
What the heck is going on?
That doesn't sound good for the truck. Time to walk the rest of the way there. One more dessert for the day, please.
Of course. Would you like to try a different flavor?
Yes, please, I want the dessert of the day. Prices here are nothing like Colombia. It's a tourist town, alright? All the food looks so nice. The cocktails, too.
All original. Can't get them anywhere else. Each cocktail's a story. Like this Nutmeg Beach. Hey. Are those two friends of yours?
Yeah, we're all from Lungmen, and we work for the same company. We get along really well.
But why do they look like they could break into a fistfight at any time?
Even good friends fight sometimes.
Didn't expect you to grace us with your presence personally. Commissioner Swire. The LGD has annual leave. Got a problem with that? I know why you're here. I have to say, I was surprised to see you and your family on the list of bidders for this new plate and shopping district rebuilding project.
Mr. Ennis, are you okay?
Just got a fright. I mean, choked on something.
Well, Mountain Dash logistics activities in Siesta are no news to me. You want to set up a logistics hub at this place because of its location. Where's Uriel?
I'm in charge of this project. Mountain Com Trade may be a subsidiary of Mountain Dash Logistics, but I'm not relying on Mountain Dash's resources at all.
This boy born with a silver spoon in his mouth says he doesn't rely on his family's resources. Did you bike here?
This is no time or place for jokes, Miss Swire.
Very well, we'll talk business. This is a project with a lot of potential, a lot of eyes on it, including my own. It's fair game so long as Mountain Dash Logistics doesn't have a formal contract with Siesta.
Then may I ask your plans for the district?
Let's call those a business secret. Shopping center or ski resort, anything with some economic benefit has a reason to be part of this building. Be part of the bidding. I think I saw some engineered lava hot springs on the way here. That seems pretty interesting. Maybe I should rebuild this whole area as a hot spring resort.
This is serious. Let's talk seriously. I know your family is a linchpin of the Lungmen economy, and you've contributed much to the city's development. But the project in this area of New Siesta isn't just a commercial venture. It has to take into account the city's long-term development and the livelihoods of the people here. I'll ask you to rethink if you're just in this for fun.
Mr. Bison, sir. If you're really confident in your proposal, then all you need to do is to outbid me fair and square. Why did you feel the need to come to me here? Mountain Dash's efforts at establishing a large-scale international trade network are innovative, but innovation entails risk. Why are your methods more correct than mine? When they both involve business and profit?
If you insist on continuing this pointless competition, I will play your game.
And I'm happy to play. We have some time until the official bidding starts. We'll each play our hands until then. I want to see the difference in their plans. Though right now I'm on the idea of why can't they share? What are you looking at, Snowscent? Miss Flyer, something is not right with the route that gentleman took when he drove us here. There's no way this was 10 kilometers. There are greedy people everywhere. Where did you get this map? I said I want to borrow a map to look up some sightseeing routes, and Mr. Ennis gave this to me. He says it's the commemorative edition issue for Siesta's relocation. And so he charged me for some more gold certificates. How much does this guy owe if he's gonna charge so much for everything? The map is creased, with a few barely legible routes on it, and childish scribblings for the sea and the volcanoes. This map's being handed out for free at the city entrance. Look, a surprise! I'll teach him a lesson the next time I see him. Yeah, he deserves a lesson. Sheesh!
Ennis, you're in a good mood. Swing out another new visitor? Someone's gonna beat you up one of these days. I wasn't ripping off some poor schmo. These folks, my friend, were filthy rich. She was talking business with that guy from the trade company, hoping to make God knows how much money. Call it a little deductible on behalf of the citizens of Siesta. Let's go!
Sir, you're seeming bonkable. Is it this one? No, look at the shape. It has 3 peaks. The one in the photo only has 2. Let's keep looking. I wonder what they're looking for. Volcano watchers? I've seen these plants in my mother's notes.
There's a Siestan legend about the flowers that change color based on volcanic activity. Katya and Magna came looking for it the first time they were here. There are reports of massive blooms on the slopes before every recorded volcanic activity in Mount Siesta. A beautiful warning of danger.
Did the flowers go extinct?
The flowers are just a legend. There's no proof that they ever existed, and this word-of-mouth stuff gives us little to work with.
It would make sense for originium activity to affect nearby plants. Would finding this flower provide another way to prevent volcanic disasters?
Perhaps, but I've never heard of it growing anywhere else. That's the way Siesta is. There are many legends here. Who knows how many were made up just to attract tourists. Pink clouds on a sunny day, white cliffs by the mouth of a volcano. Many people come seeking these legendary sites every year.
I remember you met my parents in Siesta. Professor Keller?
Yes, I did.
They said they came to Siesta to survey the volcanoes, and ran into a geology student writing her thesis in one of the cafes. So they brought her with them when they climbed the volcano.
I didn't specialize in volcanoes at the time. It was my first time climbing that one. A beautiful sight. It delayed my thesis.
Muti and Vatsi were always reminiscing about that time. I want to hear more stories about them. Can you tell me more?
The scholar gazes away towards the stack of documents in her hand. The air of recollection is quickly diluted by the labors of reality. Now is not the time to chat. Let's focus on our work. Professor Keller.
Is the city council meeting over?
There is increasing public opposition to moving away from the current beachfront. The city council is keen to have an accurate estimation of when the volcano will erupt, and wants us to provide a guarantee for the estimate that we gave. I rejected it on the spot as being impossible and irresponsible. We try to give an estimate that is as accurate as possible, but scientific survey cannot be held responsible for the government's opinion polls.
Thank you for taking care of that, Dr. Khan.
No need to thank me. The Volcano Museum is your project, and I promise to help you so that you could focus on more important things. This is something that matters to all volcanologists, and I hope. Adele?
Khan! I forgot. Of course you knew each other.
Of course. Is she here your behest?
The museum's collection includes Mr. and Mrs. Nauman's research, and the eruption of Mount Siesta is a rare opportunity. I wanted to respect Adele's wishes.
I just don't think it was the kind of work that needed to recruit a sickly someone who's not in the best of health.
I came to help out while on vacation. It's not really a bother. Khan has a point. Your health is important. You have to take it easy, Adele. Let's call it a day. May I ask you to bring Adele back for accommodations, Dr. Khan?
Of course.
Back at the restaurant.
Have a cocktail on me. Reward for fetching a rare new customer. You just wanted someone to test it for poison.
The thing on Adele's neck is a mask? I gotta look at that again. I wasn't paying attention. I call it Cotton Sunset. How is it?
It has a unique flavor.
You're one tough customer. So, was that girl a friend of yours?
Forget it. I haven't got the nerve to befriend her.
Shame.
Truck driver, messenger, ticket seller, swimming coach. How many jobs are you working?
He's also a messenger.
It's the high season, after all. Gotta seize that opportunity. What do you need money for? Got a girl you fancy? I could give you an advance on your wages if you're running short on pocket money. I don't. Forget it. Seeing how business has been these few months, I should feel lucky that I even get my meals. You should be worrying about dorm fees for the little ones. Huh. This is nothing compared to the stuff I've seen in the past. Are you going to tell that story about how you led a protest against a local magnate in Kashmirish through rock music, then went on to a career in Siesta's rock and roll scene, finally settling down here with this bar? Again?
Yo! Granny had the best life, or Auntie had the best life. Or at least a fun-sounding one. That is pretty intense. Through rock music, becoming a rock and roll star, and then making a restaurant bar thingy. Ooh, hello, hello.
Good memory on you. I'm too old for bedtime stories. Say, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Business hasn't been great since last year. I heard things are going well at the engineered lava hot springs. Getting funny ideas again, young man. Don't get ahead of yourself. I'm still the owner of this place on paper. You haven't taken over yet. This is the coolest cocktail bar in Siesta, and it hasn't changed one bit from old Siesta to new Siesta. I'm not about to abandon it over a few slow months. This isn't a short-term thing. City council people have been here a few times. The whole street could be demolished. Yet you fixed the sign for the folks next door. Well, you haven't bothered to fix ours, even though it's been broken for days. Is the sign going to save the shop? Stop worrying about troubles like that. Stop worrying about troubles that aren't even here yet. Life isn't nearly as bad as you think. Act your age for once. Leave the worrying to the old folks. I want to travel a little once. The high season is over. Sure, Colombia, Victoria. Or even further away, just like him. See the world, expand your horizons. You're too young to be worrying about the little things. What I mean is, I could be gone for a while. What's this about? Oh, I had a little bump while moving some stuff. I thought it was nothing. Well, the summer is pretty dry this year. You should have more fruits and veggies. Need a recipe from me?
I can't really imagine a dry summer. Actually, no, I can, since I have visited a desert before. Otherwise, it's just humid here. So imagining dryness is weird. It's so strange.
I'm not a kid anymore. Then don't make me have to worry about you. Look the part. If you want to be taking care of other people. Alright, Mom.
Thanks for the escort, Con. I'm sure you have a lot of work to do. I'll be fine the rest of the way. Sorry, could you speak up a little? It's noisy out here and I couldn't quite hear you. Are you worried about me? Don't be. Everyday life isn't much trouble anymore.
I didn't think I would see you in siesta. Are you okay? Your disease.
Well, the neuropathy getting worse can't be helped. But things are largely under control now. I have to wear hearing aid and glasses, but I'm getting used to it. I've also gotten pretty good at lip reading.
It's just so unfair. A girl as young as you.
It's not about fair. I've seen plenty of infected at Rhodes Island. Many are even younger than I am. Some are little kids who hardly know what's going on. None of them know when their lives will end. At least I have a clear goal, and I'm still strong enough to work towards it. I'm one of the lucky ones.
Has it really been so long since you went to Rhodes Island? How time flies. I heard you're still surveying volcanoes in person, and even more frequently these days. It's dangerous, Adele.
I talked to the physicians at Rhodes Island. I know how much time I have left. But there's so much still to do. I can't let my parents' research end like this.
You don't have to be the one to do it. Not in your condition.
What else can I do, though? Con, I miss them.
Poor girl. Do you not suffer enough shackles already?
What? I wouldn't call it shackles.
What's that you just said, Adele?
Huh?
Adele, I studied with Dr. Nauman for many years. She was my greatest mentor. She brought me out of that little backwater and took me down the path of science. She changed my life. I don't know where I would be without her. I could never repay her kindness.
Mutiawa said you were her best student. Con pauses as though to muster courage. Oh, that's cute. That is adorable.
I just can't accept the mysterious circumstances surrounding their deaths.
Out of those things, the one that tempts me the most is the lava hot springs. As much as I sometimes complain about heat, how hot it can be, I love myself hot water. I drink room temperature water most times. Sometimes I'll go to the water dispenser and get some hot water and just drink that. And then I love hot showers even on a hot day. I can't resist the hot water. What do you mean? The night breeze carries with it the sound of guitar. Street lamps begin to light up, forming a line that leads to the volcano at the center of the city. Mist rises from the hot springs in the distance, laying a veil over the night sky. Adele rubs her eyes.
You didn't see your parents the year before they died, did you?
They were always busy, practically living out of their lab at the university. I wasn't even allowed to visit them. Did something happen?
As a scientist, I know how inappropriate it is to operate off a biased conjecture, and yet, I can't help but suspect. My, another one with an obsession.
What?
I don't trust Keller, Adele. Be careful.
I don't understand. Why do humans talk so much about things they have never seen? Why do they pretend to have more wisdom than they possess? I didn't quite hear what you said. Might be a problem with my hearing aid.
Sorry, I got excited. It's been a long time since I last saw you.
That's sad if Keller is sus, considering she was supposed to be the parents' bestie.
It's late. You should get some rest. See you.
What was Khan going to say?
Girl? Hey, can you hear me?
Is someone calling me? I don't know if I trust this thing. This is reminding me of one of those mascots that show up to be like, hey there, would you like to become a magical girl? Just sign this contract. Hello? I'm hoping Khan was just being paranoid and Keller didn't actually do anything bad. I'll be sad if she did. Like, Keller, come on, don't do that. Don't go full villain. And oh gosh, look at these sheepies. No fear, no fear. Whee! I should put down this thingy. Woohoo! Let's get some steam. And over here, just to prepare myself.
Mentally and physically.
I could add even more steam, because why not? Ah yes, the more steam the merrier. And I can put her here, because why not? Okay, and then even more steam, because why not? The more steam, the merrier. Steam for days. Let's go over here. Oh, look at that one, it's so cute. These are all adorable.
But the cuteness probably makes it even more sus.
But now this is fun. And away we go, no fear. I might just get rid of these like that. Okay. And bonk. Heh. Back to the story. Who's there? Me. I thought you would have gotten used to me now, but then I remembered I haven't even ever spoken to you like this before. Or have I? I don't remember. Like a cloud drifting down from the night sky, a furry creature appears before Adele, spinning slowly in the air. It lands on a mailbox by the roadside, looking both graceful and comical. Oh. Hello. Good evening. Little black sheep? You're calling me little black sheep?
Sure.
Why the look of surprise? We've met. I mean, we have, haven't we? Sorry, I didn't know you could talk. We don't talk often, I mean. I'm the only one who can. The rest of us, well, maybe they don't like interacting with people. Or maybe they haven't learned yet. Anyway, that's not important. I found you now, so I can just talk to you. You know me? I guess you could say I watched you grow up. No, I don't peep at private lives. It's just, well, pure and simple companionship. Anyway, what I mean to say is, of course I know you. I don't know if it's just a coincidence that I ran into you here, but it's an opportunity. I'm sorry. I don't quite understand. Of course, puny humans are out. I always have so many questions. Don't worry, I'll answer. Let's have a little chat. Do you have time for that? I'm not sure if girls your age need to be home by a certain time or not. I'm not a kid anymore. Good. Then you have time. Wanna go for a walk? Totally not sus. Waterhole hot springs wait smoke. That's wrong. The smoke from the volcano is gray. Siesta doesn't like this. But that's not Siesta anymore. Siesta's where we are right now. Those big tall buildings all have white smoke. This is Siesta, but that Siesta is Siesta too. I know, let's call it Old Siesta. This Siesta is a child of Old Siesta. Old Siesta is like Dad. It's far away from us right now, but it'll come back, and it'll bring gifts for us. Did Dad go out to get milk? Uh-oh.
What would you want?
Ennis, are you off work?
Shh, be quiet. Harley is sleeping. Do you remember what I told you the last time, kids?
Don't go out at night. Don't go to plates outside the nomadic city. And don't draw on anything but drawing paper.
Now, who's the great artist who painted that portrait of Herman Shelbrain on the restaurant's back wall?
But all the grown-ups call him that.
Well, grown-ups aren't always right. That's why it means something for the three of us to go on adventures. We find treasures that they don't. Before that, though, we're gonna clean up the wall tomorrow. Right?
Right.
Then, for good kids who admit their mistakes.
The young man extends a hand. 3 finely made clay dolls with lifelike expressions lying in his palm, like the smiles in the family photo on the table.
1 for each member of our adventure team.
Where'd you get this?
I made it. Like I said, I know magic. You don't like it?
Liberry, feline, Pero. Why are all of them different? I wish I got a D32 Steel Warrior instead.
Special gifts are for special days, don't worry. All that you want is waiting in the future. Now it's bedtime.
When can we go back to Old Siesta, Ennis?
Not yet. It gets really grumpy and breathes fire if you wake it up. Give it time and maybe it'll be in a better mood. Then we can go and find it together.
I want to be an adventurer like Dad.
We're even better than that. We're an adventure team.
We're an adventure team. Ennis, you should take us to dig up those black rocks.
Listen, you promised not to tell anyone I went to dig up black rocks. That's a secret, you know.
Will you take us to Old Siesta's beach park?
I don't know if there will be much left of it, but I can take you to another amusement park. There are water parks elsewhere too. You've seen them in Dad's photos, haven't you?
Volcano and water park. It's a promise.
Yup, a promise between the members of this adventure team.
Interesting goals they have. They want to go to a volcano and an adventure park. As one do, I guess.
Goods from the Colombian partners have been loaded on the Lithuanian side, and they have to survey the layout of the trade fair venue. It's getting rather late, young master. You should get some rest. You don't have to do everything yourself. I can't just sit around doing nothing. The residents aren't too excited about a logistics hub. Maybe the international trade fair will change their attitude. As an independent city-state, Siesta has enormous potential in leveraging its position as a transportation hub. It's hard for one in the middle of all this to understand one's place in changes like these. They have their minds full worrying about a new life in which they don't know what to expect. I know. I remember how I cried when we moved from Minos when I was little. Change is always scary. I want to make it easier on everyone. I understand you met with Miss Wire today.
I did. We couldn't reach a consensus, but the conversation helped remind me. Messenger or merchant, the power to change lives comes with great responsibility.
Are you sure this responsibility is yours to bear? Your father has high hopes for you, but he did not ask you to shoulder such responsibility so early.
I will never leave his shadow if I only do what he wants me to. The Siesta project is important to him. There's never been a better chance to realize the dream he had when he established Mountain Dash Logistics. Mountain Dash is based in Lungmen, and bound by the rules of the Federation of Enterprises. He faces difficulty when he comes to the Siestan subsidiary.
Your father told me he expects you to be ready to take over his work in 5 years, and that he has already started planning his retirement in Rimbilton. Perhaps he should accelerate those plans.
Now you're just teasing me. Still, it would be good for father to spend more time with mother. Thanks, Butler. Don't worry about me. I want to get this done while I'm focused. Ooh, to the hotel room now? Enjoying yourself? I had tons of local food and tried the artificial hot springs here. I guess they have the same effects as the real volcanic hot springs. It was so good. I didn't get to see the legendary Obsidian Festival, but I had a great time taking in the passionate atmosphere. Very nice. Sounds like New Siesta has a lot of business potential. Say, did you feel like you're being watched out there? Watched? No need to get anxious, just asking. I completely understand if that wasn't exactly at the top of your mind. Are you here in Siesta on a secret mission? Mission? What mission? Like I said, I'm here on vacation. I don't deal with the LGD often, but I've heard stories about you while you joined the LGD and your family. I can imagine how hard the decision was for you. I shouldn't have talked to those reporters. It's always the same thing. Getting kidnapped by terrorists when you're little is not exactly something you boast about. I hear you've basically been in charge of the LGD ever since the Superintendent Chen left 2 years ago. I don't exactly understand why you're here in Siesta now, representing your family as an investor. And the people who followed us today were from Lungmen too, weren't they? Well, you've got me there. What do you think about Lungmen, Snowcent? Well, it's my home. Why was I sus of that fluff creature at first? Because of Magical Girl series. I've seen enough Magical Girl series where the cute little mascot thingy that tries to offer you adventure and powers ends up being like the most sus thing ever. Too many series. Too common. I've seen how it changed from when I left Lungmen to studying Columbia. And in the years since I returned. As an engineer, it makes me glad to see one skyscraper rise after another, firm and solid. Firm and solid, yes. A little too much so. Not just QB. Heck, well, I guess it's technically not a magical girl, but the main little mascot thingy inside of Gushing Over Magical Girls. That mascot pretty sus too. And there's also the Magical Girl Raising Project. Pretty sus. It's hard for a new life to get the sun and nutrition it needs when tall skyscrapers block the light. Do you mean? Forget it. I'm just babbling. Don't tell anyone what I just said to you. Look at the pink stuff on the floor. It's glowing. It seemed a very long walk. The massive creature plods forward slowly, quietly. Adele falls behind it, rubbing her eyes from time to time. 1 step, 2 steps, Adele walks forward, stepping on her own shadow. The other passersby seem completely oblivious to the massive creature. Is this real or just a dream? What are you looking at, girl? Nothing. Aren't we going for a walk? To... where exactly?
We're almost there. Look up. Oh, it's so cute! I don't know if I trust the cuteness.
One, two, three. A little creature stops and lifts its head in the light of the street lamps. Furry creatures leap and roll on the unfinished plate in the pale moonlight. 4, 5, 6. Little bits of wool drift in the air under the scattered lamplight, almost like sparks falling in the summer night that no one knows about. 7, 8, 9. They leap across the container in orderly file, leaving marks on the metal with their hooves. Are all these little black sheep? Mr. Little, I mean, Mr. Big Black Sheep.
Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet, have I? I may be a lot older than you are, but you can call me by my name. It's Dolly.
Mr. Dolly? People in fairy tales always see strange things when they're about to die.
Really? How tasteless. That's the kind of stories parents tell their kids these days. Don't worry, girl. It's not your time yet. How have you been? Maybe not the best question. I can see you're not too well. Not in terms of health, at least. But there's nothing that can be done about it. I'm sorry.
Muji said that the little sheep around me are a gift from her. Did she ask you to stay by my side? Did you know my parents?
It's a little hard to explain just who these little guys are. Let's call them my clones. They all have some special link to this world, and they have different personalities. The fact that they're willing to stay by your side means you're a likable girl. As for your parents, of course I knew them. I remember that young couple from Lithuanian who wanted to conquer all the volcanoes across the globe. I have to say that for humans, trying to achieve something regarding everything in the world is a fool's errand. But it's different when it comes to volcanoes. It's a classy dream. Stubborn but smart, with a real eye for beauty, especially your mother. I haven't met many people wiser than her.
Were you by their side when... at the end?
Now that's a topic not to be spoken of lightly.
It was very much a surprise. No one knew that volcano would erupt there and then. But could puny humans really come to know everything about the globe? Do you feel any sadness about it?
Thank goodness you aren't asking me why I didn't save them.
I love volcanoes, of course. Surfing on molten lava is the second best thing on the planet. But volcanoes took the lives of 2 of my friends. It's the 11th worst thing to happen in recent years. We all want to prevent bad things from happening, but I'm not as omnipotent as I look. There are many things I can't do. If you're really sad though, you can rub yourself against my wool. That often helps when you're feeling down. Thank you.
Anyway, the past isn't truly over. They're always by your side in one way or another.
Human and beast sit by the seashore, feeling the caress of the warm sea breeze, and listening to the soft clashing of the waves. The furry pack of beasts quietly play their game, leaping back and forth on containers and scaffolds, humming contentedly from time to time. Whenever there's a talking animal in the game, you know they're scary.
Yeah, like those Senor de Lupe. Like, they were terrifying. You know, who's also terrifying? The birds, the bird peoples, like... You know, the Emperor. And heck, even that smart burb in Akahuala. All the animals are scary.
The furry pack of beasts quietly play their game, leaping back and forth on containers and scaffolds, humming contentedly from time to time. One little beast tries to climb the container, following the herd in front, but fails repeatedly. Wistful moon. Sorry. It's been so long since I sat down for a chat with a human. My vocabulary is limited, so I'll just please with the formalities. Rather than ask questions that have obvious answers, what I want to ask is, are you happy, little one? I'm trying to finish my parents' research. It's hard work, but it feels meaningful. So you're not happy? We met in Siesta, as fate should have it. Let's make a deal. Oh no, not a deal. Wait, is that the right word in your language, deal? Maybe I should use a more friendly word. Let's say... game. Anyway, I want you to find a few things for me that I lost in Siesta. Consider it a treasure hunt. What is it that you lost? Let me think. The north wind, a seed, and a fur. What do you mean by those? Where's the fun in a game if you know the solution beforehand? Don't be too eager to seek the answer. Or an answer, feel it out. It'll be worth your while, I promise. I'll have something for you when you find all three. How about that wish you have been seeking? What I've been seeking? I can't just accept the mysterious circumstances surrounding your death. North wind, seed, fur. Good hunting! What a list of things to find. Seeds are easy to find. Fur, I guess you just shave a creature. But the wind... The wind, I'm not sure. Actually, no. We can cheat the wind. We go to someplace in the west, or wherever it seems windy, grab a jar, go wee, and then close the jar, and then bring it back. Look, it's the wind! Or maybe bring in a fan. And now there's Little Boy Blue. Oh. Oh, what a map. No fear. I would consider these as like mythical creatures. Good morning, Siesta. Today is August 16, 1099. The humidity is 75%. Oh, that sounds normal. Visibility 18 km. Winds blowing south-southwest. Estimated 15 days until volcanic eruption. While it's a fine day outside, we would like to remind everyone to refrain from going into the water beyond the coast outside the nomadic city. Remember that the calm surface of the sea hides countless hidden reefs and undercurrents, just like the many troubles beneath the surface of a calm life. Here's a little pick-me-up for this sunny morning. Life always goes on, brought to you by Bones and Bones Band. 7 a.m., wake up from a dream, kissing the one I love. Open my eyes, same old story. Sunlight and trouble after me. Welcome, our first customer of the day. As expected. Are you bringing me any better news than an erupting volcano this fine morning? Oh, it's a tired government employee. The news I bring wouldn't be so bad if you would be less stubborn. Hardly, ma'am. Don't call me ma'am, I'm not that old. I'll give you a few minutes just because it's nice outside. What's the story this time? Employment subsidies and tax breaks? Forget it. And what employment are you talking about exactly? When we moved to the city center? Can't be any worse than a shopping district with no tourists. You're not the only one on the street, Harley, and some of your neighbors are willing to sign this memorandum of understanding. And I won't be the only one giving you an earful. I suggest you people figure out what the folks who live here really want. 2 years ago, Herman told us this bloody volcano was going to blow. 2 years later, the volcano is still here. It's still there, with nothing to show for the trouble that the people of Siesta have had to go through. Except for guys like you coming out with a nice job at City Hall. The White Volcano isn't just a house, it's a home to me and the 3 children. We've already had to move once on account of a volcano.
Herman can't make us move again, especially when it's not clear he's sober when he tells us to. Harley, this isn't just one person's home.
This is my place, my life. Don't tell me what to do, I'm gonna kill you. Perfect lyrics to play. I love this song.
Alright then, Costa, or should I say, Mr. City Hall.
Excuse me. Are you still hiring singers? Back to the museum. You're looking at the volcanic originium slug. Living in a volcano habitat has caused them to evolve vastly different characteristics and habits from originium slugs elsewhere, a matter of considerable interest to biologists. Interestingly, the activities of these originium slugs continues to follow the patterns of siestan volcanic activity, even though they have been removed from their native habitat and placed in a temperature-controlled box. It's a prominent example of how organisms and their environment interact with each other. Ooh, Swire's here.
Not bad, Aya.
Swire, are you here on vacation?
You could say that, here to enjoy a rare summer break. What about you? This might be the first time I've seen your researcher side.
I'm just here to help with the museum archives.
You seem to have the attention of the tourists. I even saw people taking notes, and I have a question for you too. Would you tell me more about these exhibits?
Am I imagining things, or is Swire more interested in the land prices around the museum than the exhibits themselves?
Land prices?
Mr. Dolly, why are you?
No need to look so surprised. I came here because there are a lot of pictures of volcanoes in the house.
This house, what is a land price? How much do you have to pay to get a piece of land? The more prosperous the places, the more expensive the land tends to be.
Interesting. Humans put a price on land. Volcanic craters must be the most expensive then.
Not really. Anyway, is it really okay for you to be here with so many people around? If Dolly's gonna be with Adele when I can summon her, like summon herself, then maybe I'll get her easily because, hey, Dolly, you like volcanoes, right? You'll love it here.
There's nothing to worry about.
Dolly takes a little leap and lands on Swire's head. Well, that's an image. Swire!
What is it?
Why are you looking at me like you've seen a ghost? It's nothing. Oh, your hat's a little off. Let me fix it for you.
See? She didn't notice at all.
Isn't that astonishing? It's rude to stand on people's heads.
I know.
That's the annoying thing about dealing with you humans. It's why only those who interest me can perceive me. Less trouble that way. It's getting late. I'll be going. Don't forget our arrangement.
Aya? Hello, Aya?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Aya?
Your new nickname. I just came up with that. Give yourself some time to relax. You're in siesta after all. We can go to that hot springs together. Delivery for the museum. Anybody home?
Hello?
Package for the museum. Can you sign for it?
Oh, okay. From Lithuanian. William University. Probably Professor Keller. Huh? The box is filled with documents and samples with a letter inside. Half of the envelope is missing, revealing a photo, the edges of which look almost bitten off. Is this Mount Una? Excuse me. Is there a problem? This letter was sent from Lithuanian, and this is the delivery address. Everything should be in order. Do you know who the sender is, or when it was sent? Sorry to bother you, but this is important. The sender's information should be on the envelope? Well... Oh, I remember now. There was a letter with a damaged envelope. The original messenger for this batch called in sick. The letter was already like that when I got it. This was the only place I could think of when I saw a volcano on the envelope. I know as much as you do. If there's no information about the sender in the letter, then there's no information. Sorry to trouble you. So mysterious. How have you been? I'm doing fine here. It's been a long time. I miss you. The volcano is a spectacular sight. The winds are strong at the peak. Love, your father. The crooked words behind the photo seem to have been written while wearing thick gloves, making it hard to tell the writer's handwriting habits. The ink, letter, and the photo all show clear signs of age.
Looking for something?
Are there any notes from my father in the museum archives?
Professor Katya, about what?
Anything, as long as it's his handwriting.
Let's see. Keller left some research materials from William University here, but... Professor Katya's focus is on originium arts, so I'm not sure there's much about volcanoes. Volcanic plants, originium energy conversion and volcanic activity. Data model for volcanic eruptions, all notes from Professor Magna.
Wait, this data model for volcanic eruptions doesn't seem to be Muti's. She opens a notebook but finds only photocopies of research papers and spreadsheets. A few pages seem to have been ripped out of the end of the notebook. I don't remember having seen this notebook before.
Me neither. The topic is up Professor Katya's alley, though. What are you looking for, Adele? Is it urgent?
Can a letter be delayed so that it only reaches its destination years later?
It's not unusual for international mail to be lost, but if you're talking about a delay of several years...
A lot of strange things have happened these past couple of days, but I think if it was sent from Lithuanian to Volcano, maybe I'm overthinking it.
It's not healthy to shut yourself in a room day after day. You should go take a walk if you feel like your head's not entirely clear. I happen to have something that I need help with.
I feel called out by you, Khan. It's not healthy to shut yourself in a room day after day. I see how it is, Khan.
Do you know what obsidian is?
Volcanic rock?
Yes, obsidian mining was once Siesta's main source of income, but it was banned many years ago due to the impact of overexploitation on the environment. The ore samples were left behind when Siesta was relocated. The estimated time of eruption may be more accurate if we can find obsidian extracted from the volcano in the past 2 years. Not that it has any real meaning, other than to shut the city council up. Keep the investors happy, I guess.
But we can't go near the volcano to collect obsidian samples, can we?
That's why we need a special channel.
A what?
Let's just say we'll be dealing with an eccentric customer. That's why I need your help.
Eccentric customer? Hello.
Welcome to the Obsidian Hot Springs Hotel. Bed, meal, or bath. The price list is right there. Just leave the money on the counter and you can go in.
What a beautiful place! Why does it have obsidian in the name? Oh, now he's excited. Oh, I want that shirt. Look at that shirt. It's so cute. Look at that cat.
Because obsidian is a soul of siesta.
Why?
The solid yet refined texture, the rich and warm color. Its rare beauty captivates anyone who gazes upon it. Every piece of obsidian is unique. Do you get it? It's a treasure of nature, the essence of volcanoes. Are you interested in obsidian too?
Yes, I am.
Uncouth fools call obsidian a commodity. Commodity! Come, let me show you my collection. No need to be shy. Let me see. Shall we start here?
Oh, he's so happy. He's like, yes, finally, another obsidian enthusiast. Thank you for the explanation. May I ask if you have any obsidian up for sale in your collection?
Huh? No, absolutely not. This is a collection. Do you know what a collection is? Collections exist to be admired by someone who truly appreciates their beauty, not to be bought or sold. So you're one of those uncouth fools too. I guess there's nothing for us to talk about.
But...
That's enough, Pelipper.
Con?
I'll take it from here. You again. Sorry, we're closed for today. Have a good one. Be reasonable, Pelipper. Siesta banned obsidian mining many years ago. But we're well aware that you know how to get more. We don't need much for the volcano research, and I'm not interested in all those ornaments you have. I need a few that have been dug up from that volcano in the past 2 years. This is for Siesta. Come on. Act like a normal person for once. There's nothing to talk about. I don't need you to tell me what's the proper siestan thing to do.
Sorry, I couldn't.
It's okay, let's go. Hey you girl, 1 second. You look like you're easier to talk to than that bespectacled moron.
Have you changed your mind?
My stuff's not for sale, but it just happens that I do in fact know a source.
Secret information. Thank you.
Don't tell anyone about this.
Of course. Look at it. Boop. Adele puts her foot forward excitedly, but her path is blocked by the sudden appearance of a creature. The little black sheep before her strolls leisurely towards the shop's exit while chewing on an old siestan sign. Nom nom nom. Suddenly, it steps slow as it sets its eyes on the sign outside the hot spring resort. It opens its mouth, bites a chunk out of the address, then continues its leisurely stroll. Hey, why are you eating signs and addresses? Addresses. Don't tell me you ate the address on the envelope. Oh, now we got the culprit. That be the one that be eating. Little boy Blue. Okay, no fear. No fear, no fear, no fear, no fear. What is fear? Is it riding a skateboard? How intimidating. Okay, let me quickly set up my floors. One, do. No fear, no fear, no fear. No fear. Good job. Heal it more. Boop. Foo foo foo. Okay, very good. You know, I should probably put out a healer soon. Healers are good. Healers make you healthy. And sometimes being healthy is nice. Okay, and then gonna bring out Suzy because she's cute. Alrighty, and then I should probably bring out another healer. Because why not? Okay. Everything is set up wonderfully. This be fine. Okay, let's just start breaking these bottles as one do to assert dominance. Even more steam. More steam. All the steam for us. Come on, sheepies, you know you want to move closer already. Come on, go get him. Okay, let's get him this way. Done. Hoo hoo hoo. Another stage for me to farm. Oh, I think my mom just came home. Where should we go today? We've been banned from swimming in the hot springs. How about we get a few more guys and play hide and seek in that plate? Enosh said we shouldn't go to the shore. I want to go to the volcano museum again. We couldn't find Dad the last time. No point, you won't find him. Hey, where's Ennis working today? It's Wednesday. He should be at Mr. Tom's shop in the afternoon. The drink shop. Chocolate. Strawberry.
Alright.
Hey, is that a new flavor? What does cake-flavored ice cream taste like? Can we have one?
Tom says only 1 scoop per kid per day.
But you don't need ice cream. Can we have yours? Don't be like that. Ennis is always working hard.
I'm not a kid anymore.
But it's so hot today. There's less than 1 scoop left by the time that ice cream reaches your mouth. It's not fair.
Yeah, what should we do? It's so hot today. Cake-flavored ice cream sounds great, doesn't it?
Expectant look.
Alright, you can have 1 more scoop. But only if you promise to be back home by dinner. And help Harley set the table.
Okay.
You say that every time. Let's hope you still have an appetite by dinner.
An ice cream cone floats by the little girl. She stares in amazement as a piece of ice cream melts in the midday sun. The strawberry-flavored ice cream drops, forming a puddle on the ground. The invisible creature steps on it, leaving behind its footprints. Huh? I think an ice cream just ran away.
An ice cream ran away?
I think it was strawberry too. Does it mean we get another scoop if we catch it? Uh-oh. Don't be led around by the sus creatures. 1 ice cream, please.
3 gold certificates.
No freebies?
We're business here, ma'am, not charity.
Coffee flavor, then.
Thank you for your business. Surprised to see foreign visitors at a time like this.
Maybe underestimate the charm of this place. Why aren't you enjoying the summer? Back home, kids your age are hanging out on the streets having fun. It's hard to be the big brother, I guess.
Gotta make a living.
Do you know any instruments?
Instruments? I didn't even take singing lessons. Does a kalimba count?
Oh, I count a kalimba. Kalimbas make pretty sounds. I think you'd go well with a saxophone. What do you think of Bara's design? She's probably one of the most normal-looking person that I've seen. When it comes to people with like a unique sprite. Because for the most part, her outfit seems kind of like I would consider it on the more businessy side. And she has a nice hibiscus in her hair.
Doesn't sound like I could afford it.
I'm in a good mood because I found a new job. Will you have a chat with me if I buy you a drink?
Sorry, but I have to get to my next job. Come to my family shop if you want to chat.
You mean the logistics hub will help me sell my wares to other countries?
Not only that, buying will be easier as well. You'll be able to procure fresh ingredients straight from the producers, for example.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Will you accept relocation then? And can Mountain Dash Logistics expect your vote in the upcoming public opinion survey?
Sure.
Really?
I was planning to move to the city center anyway. Being able to buy Victorian clothes more easily sounds appealing.
Thank you for your support. I won't take up any more of your time.
No rush. Don't you want to learn more about my fragrances? I know just the right one for a cute boy like you.
Okay.
I like how she's making a hustle. I respect that.
Hey, kid. Emperor, are you here on vacation too? Vacation's a state of mind, and I'm on vacation every day. Who'd stay in an ordinary place in a summer like this, though? Nah, that's all secondary. I'm here to take back what's mine. Those dumbass sheep stole my favorite album, the one that won me the gold first time I hit the Obsidian Festival. Serial number 000001. Sure, Dolly's in a real small club of entities I can actually talk music with. But I gotta give him a piece of my mind for letting his clones run wild in this world. He really think his kids can hit the soul the way my music can? Excuse me, who's Dolly? Man, forget. I'm talking a conflict between mortal comprehension here. Anyway, what's got you hanging around these parts? And what's that smell on you? Like you rolled yourself in a Sargonian rainforest mud puddle 3 times, then fell into the champagne tower at a cocktail party. That bad?
Ugh. That sounds kind of stinky.
Mountain Dash Logistics wants the rebuilding project for this commercial district, but we have competition. Aw, you playing a game of turf war here. Where's Euro? He just dumped all his work on you and run off on vacation? I wouldn't put it that way. Anyway, good luck, kid. Maybe swipe the stock he holding when his back's turned. Give him a little summer surprise. Then maybe we'll have something to talk about next time I see him at a party. Oh, hold the conversation. I think I saw 2 sheep. Hey, give me back my album. Sheep? Nah, what do you mean Dolly's chill? Dolly swims in volcanoes. Dolly's metal. Dolly's probably one of the most metal beings we've met, honestly.
Is the little black sheep still here? It's low. It couldn't have gone far. Huh? The old sign over there too. You ate the address in the envelope, didn't you? The furry creature wanders down the street, eating street sign after street sign. Little black sheep. Wait! Did you eat the envelope from the letter to the museum? Little black sheep! Passerby turn around to look at the girl, who's crying out frantically while chasing empty air. Oh, she looks insane, doesn't she? Uh-oh. She hardly has any time to care for appearances as she huffs and pants, almost tripping over herself. Little black sheep, wait!
Finally done with this batch. Really gotta be more careful about asking someone to take my shift. I paid him good money only for him to make so many mistakes. What's the next place? Hey, where did the address in the envelope go? Did someone tear it off? What's that? What happened to the addresses? I go out for a minute and now they're all gone? Good thing I had the records on that terminal. But seriously, what a bother. Me and my rotten luck. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but check one by one. The next shift is almost here. Better hurry. Run, Ennis, run. Run and make your dough. Take care of your siblings. Look out! I can't stop with so much stuff on me. Hey! Whoa!
Ugh.
My leg. Hey, you okay? Are you alright? Wake up. Doctor! Is there a doctor around here?
At least he's nice enough to try to help. Instead of being like, I did nothing wrong. Time to go to my next job. When are you going to get proper treatment, Ennis? I'll go with you to Rhodes Island once I'm done with this. My family can't do without. A doctor shouldn't be hiding the identity of a patient. I understand your difficulties, but being responsible to your family means being responsible for your own health. I know what to do. Dr. Kalon, all neuropathy patients eventually die, don't they? All of us eventually die, neuropathy or not. The end is simply clear for people with neuropathy. What eventually happens to people with neuropathy? The symptoms exhibited by late-stage neuropathy patients may differ depending on the location of the condition. For example, neuropathy has damaged the hearing of the girl that you brought. She is almost completely deaf without a hearing aid. I hate to say it, but your originium crystal formation is near your heart, and it can be life-threatening if not managed properly. Well, at least it means I'll have all my faculties until I die. Say that again, and I'll deliver you to Rhodes Island by force right now. Just kidding. Thanks, Dr. Kalon. Here's the money for both of us. I'll be going. Bye. I'd have such mixed feelings if I found out that things eating my belongings is a mystery sheep thing. I'd want to befriend it. I'd leave out offerings and then hope it would be my friend at that point. The sun casts its rays on the bed. Adele slowly opens her eyes to the sound of muffled conversation. You're awake. How are you feeling? You were knocked out after bumping into someone on the street. The young man brought you here and left behind all the money he had. Said it was for your medical bills. You must be careful, Aya. The reason you passed out was low blood sugar, but I gave you a physical anyway, and I'm sure you can read the data about your neuropathy yourself. Thank you, Dr. Kalon. I'm feeling better now. Can I go? No. You're staying here for the rest of the afternoon. Not going anywhere. I have a few patients to visit. You stay put. Rhodes Island will hear if you're not here when I get back. Guess I lost it. What was the little black sheep trying to tell me? Adele sits up on the bed. The photo falls out of her pocket. How have you been? I'm doing fine here. It's been a long time. I missed you. I'm fine. How are you? Luti. In a few years, I'll be the same age you were when I was born. What was life like for you at that time? I thank you so much for... Drip drop. Tears fall on the paper. Adele stops writing and crosses out what she had written down.
Shift's about to start. Where are you? There's a lot of stuff to move. Almost there. Mr. Ennis. The Hot Springs hotel shop that you asked about is now available for purchase. Ooh, Hot Springs hotel shop. You will need to pay a deposit before the end of the month if you're still interested. Before the end of the month? Alright, I'll get back to you.
Ennis, are your brother and sister with you?
Brother and sister? It's almost dinner time and they're not back yet. Tell them to come back soon. Alright. Dang nabbit! This stupid car! Freaking hell! Consarn it!
Are you okay?
Huh. What are you doing here?
Taking a walk. I follow the tourist guide's recommended route, but the shops listed aren't any different from those in Lungmen. So I was about to go back. Were you picking a fight with this pickup truck?
The engine's old. Igniter doesn't work well.
Let me take a look. Someone's blocked the vent with a ball of paper. Who could have done it? Let's see. A flyer?
Must be some kid's practical joke. Well, I've gotta be on my way. Thanks.
One moment. The mark on the box on the passenger seat and on the flyer. It's Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals, isn't it? Rhodes Island. Like, boy, you're sick. Come here, boy. And I can do one more. Finger family. Let's see what this map looks like. Oh, it's not scary at all. I just gotta remember to do my homework later on. Because it's getting towards the end of the week, and I should stop procrastinating. But will I stop procrastinating? Probably not. So this is the Rhodes Island Siesta branch office.
How'd you know?
I happen to have a few friends at Rhodes Island. You're a tour guide, aren't you? Don't tell me you're giving tours of a pharmaceutical company now.
I was driving a guest.
Save me the excuses. It's dangerous for an neuropathy patient to hide his identity, regardless of reason. It's against the law, even in siesta.
Yes, I know. But what am I supposed to do?
Then you worked so many jobs and swindled me because of neuropathy?
And family. What happens to me doesn't matter, but I worry about what happens to them when I'm gone.
That sucks, though. He only caught neuropathy because he wanted to make more money. And that's why he was digging up them black rocks at the volcano. But keep it a secret from Mom, okay?
I just need time. Until the shop moves and we have a new future.
Don't
look at me like that. I'm not asking for your sympathy.
No, I just remembered how much you charged me the other day compared to the average taxi price here.
Well, you lied about being a normal tourist.
Oh? You've got a sharper tongue than one would think.
What do you want?
Let's make a deal. You saw that chap from Mountain Dash Logistics the other day. In the bar, he's my competitor. We're competing for the rebuilding rights in the commercial district, but he has home ground advantage. I need some local help to even the odds. You work for me, and I never saw you today. How's that?
You're trying to blackmail.
No. There's no need for such language. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. And don't worry, you'll be paid.
I don't need a handout.
And I'm not giving any handouts. All I want is a fair deal.
What's your deal?
I run a clean business here. We don't do forced relocations and the like. If everybody wins, so much the better. Now, there's always going to be a controversy when it comes to rebuilding, but I promise I'll do better than Mountain Dash Logistics. We've already worked together once, after all. May I count on your vote?
I just want my family's bar to be relocated smoothly.
Deal then. Oh, and one little word of advice. No matter what you have to deal with, neuropathy treatment is not something that can be delayed. You should make up your mind soon.
Aren't you concerned about dealing with an infected?
I have a friend who's infected too. It's almost closing time at the museum. There are no tourists, but the audio tours continue to play on loop. The massive mountain boulder remains silent in the empty gallery. The Normans left behind thousands of photos and samples. The rebuilding of the villages around Mount Una. They visited more than 100 volcanoes across numerous countries. Swire's legit when it comes to her business dealings. Did you really see it? Yeah, I saw the ice cream come in here. You just wanted to come to the museum. I knew we wouldn't find it. He was lying to us. He didn't go to all those places.
How did you get in? Admission is closed.
Sorry, we'll be going. Have you seen my dad?
Your dad?
We're looking for a adventurer. He went to a lot of places. The photos he sent us. There were volcanoes, snow mountains, hills, and nomadic cities. His photo might be in the volcano museum.
What's your father's name?
Yuck.
I've never heard of a volcanologist by the name. Maybe you should ask elsewhere.
I may know your dad.
What are you doing here, Adele? And you look awful.
You've seen him? You said your dad was an adventurer? Where has he been? I don't know. He always sends back photos when he visits the place. I think the last one was from Sargon. Sargon, I knew it. My parents were volcanic researchers. They told me a story about when they were surveying in Sargon. They quickly lost their way in the thick branches and leaves of the rainforest, and it felt like they were wandering around the stomach of a great beast. Just as they thought they would never get out, they saw a man with leaves all over him. Are you lost? Do you need any help? He pointed the way for them and took them out to the other rainforest. They even saw a sight of sunny rain. My parents were really thankful. Thank you so much for helping us out there. What is your name, sir? The man brushed off the leaves, took a photo of the rainforest, and said, "No need to thank me. The name's Chuck. I'm taking this photo to send to my kids." And that's how the photo he made it to you. I wonder if that's a true story or if she's just saying that to make the kids feel better. Really? Sounds made up. Yo, boy, you and I are on the same wavelength. Of course it's true. I think I have a photo here somewhere. Adele digs through the papers and takes out a photo of the Norman smiling at the camera with a few blurred figures behind them. Look, here's your dad. I'm still not sure that's actually my dad. I can't see him clearly, but I hope he's my dad. That means he helped other adventurers find their way and sent us a photo. What a cool dad.
I didn't know you were a storyteller.
Just repeating something I heard from Mom when I was little, with a few adjustments here and there.
There's no reason for a professional volcanic survey team to accept help from an amateur. The story sounds entirely unscientific.
Science exists to bring hope to people, doesn't it?
Well, we can't have them running around the museum like this. If their parent or guardian isn't here, I'll take them home. You look tired, Adele. You should get some rest too. Come, kids, I'll take you home.
Khan, I think I should do it.
But you...
It's fine, let me do it. They look lonely. I'll keep them company. Ines! Ines!
Where did you go?
I found out where Dad went. Make sure you tell your family the next time you go out.
It's you?
Huh? You're...
I'm the one who ran into you today and knocked you out. I'm Ennis. I'm the brother. Are you okay? Any dizziness? Dr. Kaelin said, she said... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run off, but I had to go to work. I'll pay your medical expenses.
Dr. Kaelin told me everything. It's not your fault. Your little brother and sister must be hungry. You should go home.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
Call me Adele.
I'll remember. Little ones. Don't you have something to say to Adele?
Thank you, Adele. The mischievous boy reaches around the little girl's neck and pats her opposite shoulder. Huh? Who's there? The girl looks hesitantly at the troublemaker next to her, who pretends nothing has happened, but could not hold back his laughter. They chase each other into the shop, into the open arms of their mother, then run back out like frolicking beastling, while their mother tends to dinner being cooked on the stovetop. Adele breaks out in a smile. That's so nice to see. Mr. Ennis, do you know one Mr. Pelipper? The Volcano Museum needs obsidian for its research. I heard you may be able to acquire some.
Damn, he just can't keep his mouth shut, can he?
Could I buy some from you?
You helped me so much, I should repay the favor. I dug these up around the volcano 3 months ago. They don't look great, but they'll be useful. But maybe they'll be useful for your research.
Thank you very much. However, I must ask you to stay away from that volcano. If you know anyone else who is mining for obsidian, please also tell them to stop doing so. Mount Siesta has entered its active period. Even if it hasn't erupted yet, originium activity in the area continues to increase. There is a risk of a ripathy infection without professional protective equipment.
Well, it's like too late for that? Big oof? Super duper big oof?
There is a laughter coming from the outside as the two children chase each other on the streets as their shadows stretch in the setting sun. Ennis gazes at his siblings as they go farther and farther away, and subconsciously touches his spot on his chest where he was scratched by originium.
Alright, I promise I won't go anywhere. And thank you for playing with my siblings. That should have been my responsibility as a big brother.
It's okay. They're very cute. I had a good time too. By the way, your siblings said that your father has not been home for a long time.
He's a, adventurer, traveler, explorer? It's not like he's gone off the grid or anything. He sends postcards and money back on a regular basis. You can be present without actually being there, however. By the time we get a letter from him, he's already off to the next place. All he knows is that there's someone out there, going from one corner of the land to the other. Sometimes I want to see for myself where he's been. Harley raised us here while running the shop, but she says that life is a journey, and everyone chooses the sights they want to see.
If you don't mind me asking, why are the three of you all different races?
Well, we're not blood related. All three of us were adopted.
Oh.
No need to look at me like that. It's not exactly taboo. People come and go every year, some seeking a new life, some seeking romance. Many leave in disappointment when they find that life here isn't all it's cracked up to be, leaving behind children like us.
I can tell your siblings love you.
It must seem strange to outsiders, but for me, family is family. Ties of blood aren't that important. I don't know what my birth parents look like. Maybe they abandoned me, or maybe they loved me and got into an accident. My new parents didn't hide anything from me. The little ones will be told the truth too, once they're a little older.
Adele looks at Harley, working in the shop, and Ennis' siblings, who are already shadows in the distance. Everything is warm and peaceful like a dream. The obsidian feels heavy. She turns sideways and wipes away a teardrop from the corner of her eye.
And how long were you planning to hide it from me, Ennis? Mom? Alright, I admit. I have thought of remaking this place into a hot springs resort. I promise I won't try to do it behind your back. I won't do anything without your permission. Once you've gotten everything in order, once arrangements for our future have been made the way you wanted, then you'll leave your mother and siblings behind the way you clear a drunkard out of the bar and find a place to wait for Ripety to take you. Is that the journey you've chosen for yourself? You knew? I was waiting for you to tell me.
Mr. Ennis, you're ready?
Well, blame me and my fat fingers. I got stretched by an originium when I was digging for obsidian at the volcano. I thought I was good at climbing. Yeah, I learned my lesson. No, the only thing you learn is to hide things from me, and you're not half as good as you think you are at it. You've got that look on your face that says, I'm gonna finish everything, go far away and tell my blissfully ignorant mother everything in a farewell letter after I die. You think it's cool. Now you've got that look on your face that says, I can't even say that's not what's going on. Mother knows him so well. I didn't think it was cool. I just felt like it's what I have to do as a big brother, as a part of this family. After all, we're not... Even if he didn't do anything, he'll still be their brother and my son. There is no bargaining in love. If you insist on bargaining with me about this, young man, let me tell you that you'll be working off your debt for a long time.
Oh, sorry. I thought some background music was in order for a scene like this. Name's Bayer, traveling troubadour.
Our resident singer now. You can afford a resident singer? No, but this one only wants to be paid in a story.
Your Cashmere story was wonderful. It helped a great deal understanding the folk tunes of those parts.
Can I borrow your guitar? Let me play a song.
The evening mist covers the town. The rising new moon makes it look like a new place. My favorite place exists only in my sweet memories. I have nothing but my sweet memories. Oh, they're outside now. So you came here. How far can you see from here? It's all dark. Just empty seas. Not being able to see means you can imagine. There's actually an island on the far side of the sea, and everyone who leaves Siesta lives on the island. I'm a little scared. When we grow up, will our parents and Ennis leave us? He won't. Ennis says we're an adventure team. A team doesn't leave each other. We'll go back to Old Siesta and many other places. You can't tell there's something on Ennis's mind? What? How do you have something on a mind? You're an idiot. The girl stands up, gazes at the direction of the volcano, and yells with all her strength. Hey! Oh, Siesta! I miss you! Will you stop being angry?
Oof.
I don't even know what I'd pay Bayard for when it comes to stories. Oh man. Decisions. I'll ask her what mood she's in, like what kind of story you craving, girl. Anu, hello. It's a loss for the Obsidian Festival that your performance was not part of it.
There's nothing to be lost. Siesta has heard my music many times. I don't want to compete for attention with young people at a music festival. You're a Siestan with a rock and roll spirit. In my case, I added the Siestan identity to rock and roll spirit. Chuck and I met on our travels in Siesta. We heard about the wondrous sights of the White Volcano, how the entire volcano turns white like a marshmallow under certain weather conditions. We spent a year in Siesta without seeing a sight of it, but we fell in love with the city and settled down here, opening a little shop. If we couldn't find the White Volcano, we could make it ourselves. So that's how the shop got its name? I thought you two just came up with it on the fly.
Dr. Keller has talked about the legend of the White Volcano before, but does it really exist? Might be snow if it's just the top of a mountain, but when you're talking about the whole mountain, I don't know of any phenomenon like that.
Whether it actually exists or not is not important. The scene of the legends has taken root in new soil, even creating a new legend of its own. What a beautiful story. This reminds me of an old song that was written in Siesta. May I?
Oh, cute!
It's a long journey. I ride on a ship with a broken mast. My home is 100 miles behind me. How charming is the summer sun. The north wind blows 100 miles, visiting the first volcano. We'll meet again along the forgotten trail.
Oh, I remember now. This is it. The north wind blows 100 miles, visiting the first volcano. That's the north wind you're looking for? Having a tune play itself over and over in your head but not being able to remember the lyrics is the 7th most painful thing in the world. I'm feeling much better now, thanks.
Adele? Adele, who are you talking to?
Myself. Just thinking about the north wind in the lyrics. But siesta is north of the ocean. It should be the south wind in the summer.
I'm reminded of a story about the songwriter. I think it was back in 1060. His album, Lost, tells a story of how he got lost in the hills on a camping trip and had to be rescued. The album was a smash hit and cemented how the singer couldn't find the north. Maybe he's got his directions mixed up.
Is that all there is to it?
The events of the past can often feel like a joke. We're just seeing a snapshot preserved in time, but the actual truth is elusive. That's why the present is so precious, isn't it?
Ain't that right?
What are you doing, Ennis? Putting the sign up. Ha, you stubborn boy. A hand? Mom.
Ennis stands on the ladder, lifting up the shop sign. The event music's pretty chill. He takes the hammer and nail from his mother and goes to work pinning it above the door. The power switch is pulled and neon illuminated words begin to glow against the sun's last light. Wait, volcano?
The original messenger for this batch called in sick. The letter was already like that when I got it. This was the only place I could think of when I saw volcano on the envelope. I know as much as you do. If there's no information about the sender on the letter, there's no information. Oh, that might have been Chuck's letter. Oh no.
A new hello. How have you been? I'm doing fine here. It's been a long time. I missed you. The volcano was a spectacular sight. The winds are strong at the peak. Love, your father. Mr. Ennis, might this be a photo from your father?
My father? This is... Mount Una! He really did go there! Mom, Dad sent a photo. Wanna see? Write back to him and tell him that if he loses his bet if he sends another postcard photo, and not one that he actually took himself. After all, I raised my son to be cool, while all he does is steal other people's photos. Real adventurers don't do that.
Oh, it's the cutest event that you've done? That's good to know.
I'll bring these obsidian samples back. We should have more accurate estimate of the eruption this time.
Glad to be of help.
Adele, do you know why Keller called you to siesta?
Some of the exhibits in the Volcano Museum were connected to my parents' research. Dr. Keller asked me to help organize things. I'm not sure I understand your concerns. In their last days, my parents were studying the relationship between orogenium veins and volcanic activity. There are many other people doing the same. Why would there be danger?
I wasn't sure it was my place to tell you what Dr. Naumann tried to hide from you. But hide this any longer, you might never have the chance to learn the truth. In the year before Dr. Naumann died, her lab was frequently contacted by the personal army of Elathanian Kurfürst.
Army?
The Naumanns were experts in orogenium and ecology. Their research converged on a prediction and prevention of catastrophes. But someone may have seen another possibility in their research.
Weaponization.
I was studying abroad at the time, so what I knew was limited to rumors in my classmates' messages. There was only one person who had access to their research, Keller.
Keller, don't be sus.
Come on, Keller.
Okay, I got this. See how this goes. I'll put over here.
This be fine.
Here a little bit more. 18, 19. Boop. Okay, then I can start bringing others out. A little bit more for Chin. I should put her here.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, look, it's flying. Look at that little sheepy.
No fear.
Okay, and then let me put down... And Susie can go right over here. Yeah, seems good. Oh no, I should bring out a healer. You know, healers are good. Healers keep you healthy, and I like being healthy. Oh no. Oh shoot, I might have screwed up. No, it's fine. I can put multiple healers.
No fear.
Okay, and then I can put down... Let's see, why not over here too? Yep, this seems good. And then I can afford to put someone else here. Boop.
No fear.
Ready to go. Get clear.
Well, Dolly just seems to... is just using Adele for whatever he wants. That's how I see him. Dolly's just like... I think you can get me the things that I want, so... You know, let me just...
Say that we'll make a deal, as one do.
Because if anything, the other... like, Dolly's clones are just causing trouble. They're just troublemakers. Chewing stuff up. I'd be so mad if I was a delivery person and then I saw like the mail was all chewed up. And that all the signs were broken. Like, thanks, Dolly clones. And okay, let's go over here. No fear. Bunk. Good job, try your best. Just keep on bonking. Keep on bonking, yes one do. A little bit more. Okay. Go get him. Okay, got him. Found it. Found it, found it. Found it when the foul beast is singing. How's the weather today? All good until the bad happens. Time is of the essence. Our party's about to begin. Bah! Why did you only arrive just now? Me? I like how her outfit changed. Say no more, I can tell at a glance that you're different from the other mediocre people. I suggest you join our grand plan. Grand plan? What are you going to do? Where am I? And why am I wearing Mooty's clothes? We will finally be like the most, carrying our backs and never take it off again. It's so heavy that I won't be able to straighten my back. But it's very important. I believe that he knows the Nomans. He does say that he likes to surf in volcanoes. So, and they're volcano researchers, so it makes sense. He probably had fun telling them. He's like, yo, these people go to all the best places, the best surfing spots. Man, after they passed away, that was sad. Now I don't know where to go for surfing anymore. Well, you have nothing in your back. No, she does have it on her back. Oh, that umbrella. Good evening, child. Did you hear the bell? Bell? No, but that might be because I can't hear very well most of the time. Then you should also come and join our party. Where is it? When the next bell rings at the end of the world. But before that, I have something to show you. It looks like my memory is correct. These stones, specimens, and red-colored photos, these are what you've been brought here to see. The gentle creature walks forward with light footsteps. Look, these rocks have been alive for thousands, tens of thousands of years. They were buried here, deep beneath the ground, long before we were even here. Before even we were here. They were so beautiful, so passionate. Though they were deep underground, hundreds of miles apart, they eventually came together and brought forth a marvelous eruption. You love them, don't you? Volcanoes? I do. Volcanoes are rocks. They are all very precious treasures. But my dear Adele, what if someone used them to do bad things? What would you do? Bad things? Like what? A pretty nice party it was. A pretty nice party it'll be. The north wind we found. But where are the seeds in the ground? Oh, the party's about to begin. Adele, would you like to bring a rock to the party? Then let us make haste.
I don't know how this party's gonna be.
What's wrong? What's on your mind? I'm sorry to say this, but a little black sheep. Are you Mr. Dolly? I am Dolly, but I'm also not Dolly. Who I am depends on what I am in your mind. There are some differences between you and Mr. Dolly. Are all those little black sheep? No, we can't say all. Each and every one is unique, as is their connection to the world. Just as we refer to you, we would not call all of them Adele. Every Adele is unique. Okay. So, why did you invite me here? Because of the north wind. Because we wish to share the joys of harvest. Every participant in this party has been chosen. Including you, my dear Adele. The things I've experienced the last few days have been truly mind-boggling. That too is part of life. Are you happy right now, little one? I don't know. Let me take a look. I believe you are not very happy right now. Look over there. She is the proof. The little black sheep looks down from atop the chest. A tiny, fragile creature tries to jump. Once, twice. Try as it might, it cannot jump onto the chest. Is it alone? She looks very weak right now, too weak to jump. Can we help her out? Not right now. Only when the volcano erupts will she become herself. Is she also one of your kind? Yes, eventually, everyone will become one of us.
That sounds kinda sus. Morning, Adele. Would you like some breakfast? Why do you look so tired? Want me to make you a cup of coffee?
Good morning. I seem to have had a really long and strange dream last night, and I'm still a bit out of it.
You know what they say around here? The emotions that overflow too much during the day are left over for you to savor in your dreams at night.
What was the dream about again? I seem to remember something about it being very noisy and lively. It's true. I really saw it all.
Yes, I believe you. And because of that, you're not allowed to have ice cream for 2 months for sneaking out of your room at midnight and sneaking over to the land by the sea.
Aww. But I saw little Lammer went to my room last night and it took me to a place where there were a whole bunch of other lambs. That's not a dream. That is not a dream. I don't think that Adele is having a dream either. I think that's what actually happened last night. Like heck, this little girl too. There were a whole bunch of lambs as fluffy as marshmallows singing and dancing on top of a chest.
If what you say is true, a flock of sheep invited you to join their midnight party.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Because I've been a good girl.
That is sus.
A complete mess. Up until yesterday, specialty products from various countries shipped by Mountain Dash Logistics had all been stockpiled here. If nothing unexpected happened, they would have appeared at the trade fair in a few days to show the tourist city what the outside world looked like. But now there are overturned shelves everywhere, the eye can see, goods strewn haphazardly across the ground, dusty footprints stamped atop some of them.
How did this happen?
Sorry, Bison, there was a wild party.
I feel bad for Bison now.
No more than usual.
They were partying at his warehouse. Oh, that sucks for him. I hope he doesn't think that Swire did it. I really hope he does not think that. Like, I'd feel bad if he blames Swire because it's not her fault. And I've done 23 summons so far. Boop. How's the events beginning? I'm happy for Snow Scent that she can actually have a vacation this time. Or not this time, that she can have a vacation and enjoy herself. Swire and Bison's rivalry for this place though, I did not expect that. And Aya's adorable. But oh, Dolly, why you gotta be so sus? Oh, Blue. Well, I got myself Scavenger.
あんたも連中と一緒だ。金さえ払ってくれればいい。
どうも。
And Spot.
行動予備隊 A6 のスポットだ。俺の仕事はいつも無茶するメンバーたちを守ってやることだと思う。
Next is Gravel.
どうしたの？顔そんなに赤く
Please, Aya, please be kind to me. Please actually come home for me.
はじめましての挨拶。特別な意味なんてないわ。では、改めまして、カジミエイシの騎士、グラベルよ。よろしくね。
Now there is Chestnut.
プレゼントにこれをどうぞ。僕の集めた鉱物が入った標本ケースで天聖石に緑晶石、こっちが電気石でこれが玉髄。
Now there is Bruce.
クルーズですよ。未熟者ですが、これから頑張りますよ。
And next is Plume.
以前はラテラーの護衛隊に所属しておりました。あなたの矛となり、翼となり、命をお守りするために戦う所存です。
Yeah, Dahlia is definitely chaotic.
コードネームはアシッドドロップ。
Anyone who swims in a volcano is chaotic.
の僕の装備だ。それじゃ、何かあれば僕に任せて。
Now there's Acid Drop.
大将
And Jay.
ジェイと申します。星熊さんに勧められてロドスに来やした。海産物は一通りわかりやす。あとは料理と包丁さばきもまあ悪くないと思うんで、その辺お手伝いできると思いやす。
Followed by
こんにちは。
Podenko.
ポデンコです。お 時間があったらドクターも温室に来てください。
And then
はじめまして。
rope.
ロープって呼んで。ああ、これ君の ID カードだよ。ん？どうして僕が持ってるのかって？それは秘密だよ。
That was a pull. I'm glad that I got a lot of 4 stars. Would have loved to get Aya, but it's okay. She'll come home eventually. Maybe. Hopefully. Yeah! Okay, 5 star. Oh, nice. 1 5 star.
はじめまして。ロープって呼んで。ああ、これ君の ID カードだよ。
More rope.
どうして僕が持ってるのかって？それは秘密だよ。
And then there's
はじめまして。
Perfumer.
私は
Oh, my wonderful
パフューマ
healer.
ーのラナ。あら、パフューマーって聞いたことない？
Now there's Meteor.
私はメテオ、森の弓使いよ。遠距離支援はいかが？ ごきげんよう。
Oh, Harmony.
私のコードネームは
I did not expect another Harmony here.
手土産としてビクトリアに関する資料を。
I'm fine with that. I can get myself a smug green cat.
大げさに考えなくていいわよ。これはシャイを示すための基本だもの。今後ともよろしくお願いするわ、ドクター。
And now there is
こんちは。
Utage.
私は宴。オペレーターにはまだ成り立てほやほやだけどね。趣味はそこまで言わなくていい？そっか。じゃあ今日からよろしくね。
Now.
と
Oh, Milantha.
メランサです。この刃、あなたのために振るわせてください。
There.
コードネームは
Pinecone.
です。今日からロドス
She's
で
so
働
cute.
かせていただきます。私の携帯用バッテリーを見かけませんでしたか？
I would say the event's on the wholesome side, considering the stuff that happened, like Ennis being a swindler at first.
どうも。行動予備隊。
And about,
スポットだ。
you know,
俺の仕事はいつも無茶するメンバー
Aya's
たちを守
parents'
って
best friend being sus.
だと思う。
And then there's the sus sheep. Minus all the sus stuff, it's cute. And hello, Spot.
今日からお世話になります。実師のスチュワードです。
And then there's Steward.
よろしくお願いしますね。
医師見習いのアンセル
And
です。
so,
外科のアシスタントを担当します。
good night to you.
よろしくお願いいたします。
Okay, that wasn't too bad. Next, please. Oh, another blue one. Oh, my luck. I'm glad that at the very least I got Swire.
ドクターってあなたのことでしょうか？はじめまして。私は
Hey, Jessica. Hey, girl.
シカと申します。
Two
自己紹介は
blue,
少し後で。
though. Two blue multiples so far tonight. Like, oh, that is pain. I got 1 5-star at least.
どうも、ヘイズだよ。好きなものは気楽な職場と口うるさく
And hey, Haze.
ご主人かな。
ドクター、あんたらロドスには随分助けてもらった
Hello,
し、
hummus.
もう感謝の言葉しか出てこねえよ。もし俺で役に立てることがあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。 何としてでも力になってみせるからよ。
こんちは、ドクター。
Hey there, get
私は
Utage.
オペレーターにはまだ成り立てほやほやだけどね。趣味はそこまで言わなくていい？そっか。じゃあ今日からよろしくね。ラバ
Now there's lava.
暇でしょうがなかったからなんとなくここに来たってわけなんだが、私の天敵もここにいるって聞いてな。今から抜けてもいいか？
And no lava, you cannot quit.
はい
クルーズ？
クルーズですよ。未熟者ですがこれから頑張りますよ。
Oh, that is so good. That's so good if she can eventually heal Mudrock.
採用テストはギリギリでしたけど、
And ooh,
見習いと
Beagle.
して頑張ってお役に立ちたい
Man,
と思います。
that means I really need Adele. Gosh darn it. I was trying to give myself some copium with getting Swire, but now I gotta try harder.
にはまだ成り立てほやほやだけどね。
And hey there, Utage.
そこまで言わなくていい？そっか。じゃあ今日からよろしくね。ラバ術師だ。
Woohoo, lava.
暇でしょうがなかったからなんとなくここに来たってわけなんだが、
No quitting
私の
lava.
天敵もここにいるって聞いてな。今から抜けてもいいか？
And then there's
すみません。ドクターの執務室はこちらでよろしかったでしょうか？
Vina.
ドクターはいらっしゃいま。あなたがドクター？私はビグナ。よろしくね。
Okay, not too bad. I'm getting at least some certificates. And last pull for the night. Hiya! Okay, I get a 5-star. 1 5-star. Yeah, my luck for the night is kind of questionable. My luck fluctuates a lot, as you guys can see, based on my pulls for the night. I was kind of hoping for some stream luck and getting a multiple 6 stars as one do, but it's okay.
It's okay eventually.
And hello, Ambriel.
バニラと申します。訓練生として
Hey, Vanilla.
勉強させていただきます。ドクター、今後はよろしくお願いいたします。こんにちは。私初めてこんな
Hey, Cardigan.
移動施設に来たんで、ちょっと興奮気味です。あ、カーディー族のメイリーです。あなたがドクター？
ドクター、あ
Hello.
んたらロースには随分助けてもらったし、もう感謝の言葉しか出てこねえよ。もし俺で役に立てることがあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。何としてでも力になってみせるからよ。
Hey there, Jessica.
ドクターってあなたのことでしょうか？はじめまして。私は
And yeah, there's still more time to get more pulls for the banner, which is good.
かと申します。
And I get paid soon, so
自己
woohoo!
紹介は少し苦手で。コードネームはアシッドドロップ。このスケボーも登録済みの僕
Ooh,
の
acid drop.
それじゃ何かあれば僕に任せて。
You like doing single pulls? Well, if that works for you, for me, single pulls don't usually work. Then again, multi pulls don't usually work either,
医
so
療オペレーターのススーロです。ドクターは
Like, whatever works for you, that's good.
オペレーターたちの指導者って聞いたけど、医者の言うことはちゃんと
haven't
聞いて
seen
も
or
らう。
haven't seen her in a while.
アンニエーゼからは
Luna
ルーナと
Club
呼ばれている。お前もそう呼んでいいぞ。
Cool.
ここには食堂っていうス
きにご飯を食べれる場所があると聞いたのだ。
The cafeteria or the canteen's right there. Oops.
こんにちは。ムースという。
Hey, Moose.
ムースの手、そんなにジロジロ見ないでもらえますか？
Sorry, Moose.
石見習いのアンセルです。外科のアシスタントを担当します。よろしくお願いいたします。
Hey there, Ansel. Oh, so maybe Aya's feeling shy tonight? She's feeling shy. She's been shy for the past 64 summons, as one do. Or maybe she got lost on her way here. She's chasing sheep right now. Dolly, come on, lead her this way. You know you wanna. Oh well. It was a good try. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day and epic gacha luck. I'm gonna farm the event in the background while doing some homework. I gotta be good. It's getting towards the end of the week. I really should at least start on it. I did my classwork, but not homework. So I'll be semi-good. Maybe that'll gain more gacha luck. She'll be like, oh, look at you doing homework. I'm proud of you, Misaki. I'll let you summon me now. Yep, that's totally what's gonna happen. Because she's like the scientific type, so maybe she'll be happy. She'll be proud of me. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Come on, gacha luck.